This video got over 100,000 views on my channel and it's 80% made with AI. Here is another one, 98,000 views, again the same story. In fact, all 3 best performing videos on my channel are made with AI. So as you can see, this video here, and this video here. All of them are 80% done with AI. So in this video I will show you exactly what it took to produce these videos, what kind of tools I was using, what is important, and what truly makes it work. So it's not really about AI tools, but we'll talk about it in a second. So to get started, we will need a few things. We will need an avatar, we will need materials, and then we will need to record everything and edit everything together. So let's get started with the avatar. So I use HeyGen for avatars. As you can see here, I have quite a few videos. I was using it for ads, for short form content, for intros, and my strategy was to use an avatar in the intro, and then the rest of the video was pretty much faceless. You can also generate avatar for the whole video if you want to. As you can see here, we have a little bit longer video, and creating those avatars is not that difficult. So when you create an avatar, you will need to copy yourself. So basically you will need to record a footage of yourself, read the short text on the screen so they know that it's real person. You can also create an avatar from a photo, but if you want to copy yourself so you don't need to prepare your whole studio every time you record, you can also do that. And so you head over to avatars, and you can either create a new avatar or create a look for an avatar. So for example, if you want to create a look, so for example, you have a video already with yourself, you can also add another one. So for example, I could take a video that I'm recording right now, add it here, and then I'll have another look, right? I have a few avatars here. So there is a photo avatar, there is also Jesus, there is also other avatars here. So you can create avatars quite easily. You can clone a real person or create a virtual character. It really depends what you want to do. I highly recommend you to clone a real person. I cannot do it right now because I already have one avatar, but here we can read the guideline. So it will create a hyper-realistic avatars that look and sound like you. It will capture. You just need to capture yourself in a 2-minute long video. AI background removal, so you can replace the background if you want to, and you have also gesture control, so you have full control over your avatar. So this is great because now many people say, oh, if you don't have a studio, what you should do? You can just record yourself and you have your avatar here. You can replace the background with something different, have a professional studio just in this way. So this is quite simple. Once you have your avatar, you just either record your voice, and this is probably the best option, but you can also use other tools like, for example, 11 Labs. I was using 11 Labs for my voices. I have a clone of my own voice and a few other people as well. So I can show you maybe a few voices that I have here.
Rivers flow with secrets like whispers of forest animals.
Through books we travel to lands unknown.
And here's also another one. I like this one very much.
Through books we travel to lands unknown.
And here is also Dalin, which is a storyteller. This one is also great.
Embrace the possibility of a fulfilled dream.
So the same thing, if you want to create a voice, you can do it here, and you can either clone your own voice, which is quite fast process, or if you have a professional subscription, then you can create a professional voice cloning. In this case, your voice will be much better, but obviously you need to have a professional license to do it. I clone my voice with this professional feature here, but you can also create a voice just by writing what kind of voice you would like to achieve. And this is exactly how I created this voice here. I just wrote a prompt what the voice should sound like. This was basically it. So here we can actually see the prompt that I used, right? So here is the whole prompt. You can create something similar, and this is the outcome.
Rivers flow with secrets like whispers of forest animals.
The same with this voice here. So we have voice should sound calm, detached, and timeless, like an immortal archivist recounting forbidden memories. Again, this is a description and also the prompt. So this is another option. As I mentioned, I would say it's better to record your own voice, just do this part manually, but there's another option that I was using for creating those videos. What I recommend you also to do is either to record your screen or have materials ready. And materials can be generated, for example, with Figma. So here we have an explainer YouTube video, and here is how we started to, and here is how I generated this video. So this is what I wrote, and obviously Figma started generating the whole presentation for me. So there was reasoning, blah, blah, blah. And then I saw the first version, and then I obviously wanted some changes. So here was the changes. So a few rounds of changes, but the presentation looks really nice. So this is the whole presentation. Here is the first part, here is the second slide, the third one. In my opinion, what is great about this presentation is that there are a lot of animations here, and if you would like to do it manually, it would take a lot of time to add all this text, find all this information, add all the logos, animate all of that. But here you have everything done for you with AI in like 5 minutes or so. So this is great in my opinion. You can create all these presentations quite easily, and this is a great presentation in my opinion. So always want to have something to show, either your screen. In this case it was this presentation, but in the original video I was just showing how to create images and videos with this tool. So this tool is basically Abacus AI or Chat LLM, and what I was doing was basically I had a list of prompts, so a very simple list of prompts, just a Google Doc, and I was just creating content. So I was basically showing how to use this whole tool. So what I did first, I showed that all the models you have available. So you have GPT Image 1.5, Nano Banana Pro, Dream 4.5, Midjourney, Flags, and then I also show a few generations. This is basically what I've done, right? The same with video. So I showed how to generate video. You have text to video or image to video, video to video, or lip sync. And also models of Sora, One, Seedance, all this kind of stuff. And then I was basically showing the process. So how I create all these thumbnails, or how I was recreating all this. And also I made some videos here. So when it comes to animating stuff or images, it's quite easy. You just upload an image and then you say what it should do. In this case, we had just animation here. They should appear or just be animated. That's pretty much it. So this is what I've done in the video. That was the quite simple part. And then I also added this the list of prompts in the description. So that was pretty much it. And then the last part is basically video editing. So when it comes to video editing, I like to do a few things. I like to modify my project. Then I change the aspect ratio, and I also change the resolution to 2K basically. So this is my resolution, and then I like to add all my projects. And since I don't have any project right now, let me just find some stock footage on Envato, and I will show you what I do next. So Envato is great for any stock footage. If you are looking for any kind of videos for a background footage, Envato is great in my opinion. So here we can find let's say business, whatever, it doesn't really matter. And there are a lot of videos, stock footage, so business doesn't look that great. Let's say something about YouTube maybe. YouTube should be better. So this one looks better, but not necessarily what I'm looking for. Maybe YouTube views. Maybe this one will be a little bit better. Okay, so here we are getting somewhere. We have videos with views. This one is not bad. This one is quite good as well. This one is fine. So okay, I like this one. So I'll download this one. I have Pro license, so I can download everything what I want from here, but really the footage is great and it helps a lot. Once you have all the footage that you like, then you just need to put it on your timeline. So let me maybe find something more. Here we have likes, social media, let's say YouTube video. Let's see what we'll get if I write something like that. So I have this animation which looks nice. This play button is also quite good. Nothing really that is getting my attention. Oh, this one looks nice. Okay, let's take this one. Maybe it will be just useful to use as a background footage, but I want to show you how to put your clips all together. This one is also nice because apparently this one is looped video. So we can download this one as well and have something that we can put in the background, or something where people are just waiting for, for the certain things to happen. So there are a lot of things here, great videos. Okay, so here we have one video. We can just duplicate it, and usually what I do, I will put my B-roll down. So I need to change the way it looks. We will do it like that. So in this case, my B-roll will be actually my face, and A-roll will be this part here. So in this case, it might be your screen recording. And what I like to do is to add a mask. So I add a mask, and it really depends what kind of mask you want. Sometimes people take this one, and this one is good. I was using it before as well. You can also use a triangle, rectangular, whatever. I like to use rectangular, and I like to make it quite big recently. So I like to keep it like that. I add feather 10, I add rounded corners 10, and then I just change the size to, let's say, 60%, something like that, or maybe even small, let's say 40%. I'll put myself somewhere in a corner, and already it looks quite all right. So we have my face here, and we have this animated button, and it doesn't look bad. As you can see, it looks quite all right. It looks like I'm a real person, even though it's made with AI. So this is how I made those videos. And then it's all about just putting everything together, cutting some things out, and editing everything so it looks coherent. With this, with your face, sometimes you can also cut it and remove the mask. So for example, this part we want to have on the full screen. So then we just remove the mask. We come to basic, 100%, 0, and also 0. And now you can see that we have our footage. So we have the small version of me here, but then when the time comes, we'll see myself here. Obviously it's not that clear, the video I mean, but once you have better package on HeyGen, you can have better quality as well. But for the small face here, it looks quite good in my opinion. So this is how to create all these videos. But it doesn't really matter if you use AI or you create those videos yourself. What matters is that you find the right ideas. And this is what either will make your videos or will break them. And in my opinion, what is more important than views themselves is how you can convert those people. So you need to know who you are targeting and how you approach the whole YouTube strategy, because more views doesn't equal more money. Sometimes you will get videos that have 500 views and they'll make you more money than video with 100,000 views. So it's very important to find the right strategy, and this is what most people struggle. I would say 99% of creators struggle with this one thing, which is basically finding the right ideas and positioning themselves in the right way so the right people find them. People with money, people that are ready to invest in their solutions. And this is a big problem. If you just rely on algorithm, you will not make that much money. And to give you a comparison with this channel that you're watching right now, in the best month with AdSense, I was making around $800 per month. So this was with, I don't know, around 700, 800,000 views in just 1 month. So it's a lot of work for not a lot of money. There was also other things I was doing. I was selling all the other things. So while making around $800 from AdSense, I was making between $3,000 to $5,000 per month from other things like sponsorships, communities, courses, coaching packages, and also done for you solutions. You see the big difference. You can have either $700 per month or $5,000 per month if you approach the things correctly. So it's not really about using AI, but it's about finding those ideas. And this is the biggest problem. And that's why if you would like to solve this problem, make sure to watch this video that you can see on the screen right now. It will show you how to find those ideas, how to find titles, thumbnails, and make sure that you are actually attracting the right kind of people and that you are making sales, not only getting views, right? So thank you for watching, and I will see you in this video next.